One summer I went to go visit New York City, and one night I went to go to the Bronx. I needed to go to the subway station, and so I go. And the subways get a little weird at nighttime, so I was a little lost. I go and ask for help, and someone provided me the help. And I put my headphones in, and I start listening to music. However, right before that moment, I listened to this altercation going on. But it's New York. People argue all the time. Didn't think anything of it. I put my headphones in, listening to music, and it got so loud, I had to ask myself, are my headphones even in right now? I took them out and I turn around and there's this couple yelling at this black man. And they're yelling at him, telling him to shut up, berating him, and he is angry. He's holding this ball, he's just raging around. And something told me, Darlene, go help this man. He needs you. No fear, no thought of what could happen. I just listen to my voice and I go and I help. I ask him, before I even ask him, the couple just leaves. They don't care about how this man is feeling. I ask him, do you need help? What can I do for you? Like, are you okay? And he just goes, this couple, they just kept telling me to shut up. I don't like when people tell me to shut up. I just left anger management. I learned about actions and repercussions, actions and repercussions, actions and repercussions. I don't want to hit them. I don't want to make that same mistake. And I said, it's okay, they're gone. I'm here for you. You know, what did you need help with? I just need to know how to get to the Bronx. I'm like, oh, I am going there also. Do you want to sit with me? He said, yeah. So we wait for the subway to arrive. Subway comes and it is packed. Like people are clinging to the rails. It is packed. Everyone's squished in and there's one seat available. And he made sure that I got that one seat. He stands over me after he sits me, and everyone's like, a little afraid. They're like, oh my God, what's this man gonna do? And they start pushing him away, yelling at him, telling him to go away from me. And I'm like, no, like leave him alone. Like he's with me, we are safe, like we're okay. And they back up, they look a little cautious still, but they leave us alone. And he's mad, he's holding this ball, squeezing it, bouncing it, bouncing it, bouncing it. And I'm like, hey man, I'm a little tired. It's like midnight. I'm gonna just sit down, close my eyes, but whatever is on your mind right now, talk. I'm gonna listen. And he said, okay. My name's David. I'm gonna die when I'm 35 because Jesus died when he was 35 and my mom died when she was 35, so I'm gonna die when I'm 35. And I'm thinking, okay, Darlene, you got yourself in a really interesting situation. But let's not say anything, we're just gonna listen. And I listened, and he told me how the judge kept telling him that he's not going to be fit to live in society because he's an angry person. He deserves to be locked up for life because he's too angry. And I'm thinking, you're calm now. You're telling me this story. I can sit with you and I'm not afraid. I told him, you have so much life to live. You're not going to die when you're 35. Don't think that. What do you want to do with your life? How can you live your life the way you want to live and not be confined within the walls that society wanted to create for you? And this goes on, we talked for about 3 hours, and at one point, I'm like, all right, look, about the ball, what's up with it? It's got Scooby and Scrappy-Doo on it, you've been bouncing it, what does it mean to you? He said, oh, like he lit up. I got 2 dogs at home, they love me, they love me unconditionally, they don't judge me, they don't tell me to shut up, they don't tell me how I'm supposed to be, they just love me. Even if I yell at them, they still love me. And I'm like, wow, that's so precious, like you carry them with you everywhere, all day, because when you channel that aggression and you bounce that ball, you look at them and you see your dogs and you see love, you're reminded of that. And my stop comes, and I'm like, David, I have to go. It was really nice meeting you, like, please take care. And he looks at me with kindness. The anger, the rage, the madness that was on before disappeared. And he looks at me, he says, thank you. You're the first person to ever listen to me. And at that time, at 3 in the morning, I'm like, you're welcome, and I go on. But a couple days later, school's gonna start in a couple weeks, and I didn't know what I was meant to do. Like, what am I good at? And I thought of David, and I said, wow, well, I listened to this man, I helped him, and he gave me hope again, that I could do something, could be be there for someone when they needed it. And so I started the semester off as, changed my major at the beginning of the semester to psychology. And I thank David every time I want to give up. I thank him for being there at that subway, because without him, I would not be standing on this stage talking to you, telling you this story. I wouldn't be graduating in May if it wasn't for David. He reminds me that every voice is important, every voice matters. And I hope that one day you guys get to, act out of kindness and be there for someone when they really need it. Thank you.